Hello and welcome back to the channel. We haven't had the boat out in the water for quite a while. I had my car out of action for quite a few months and I had nothing to tow the boat to the ramp with, so the boat didn't get very wet at all for quite a few months, sadly. Anyway, here we are. We're on the inside of South Stradbroke Island. We're up at that spot where that sandbank sort of guts out of the water a little bit and you see the boats running around all the time. They drive up here, hit the sandbank and they have to drive back. I actually cut the original audio that was recorded on the day of this video because it was blowing about 30 knots this day and it was blown straight into the microphone on the camera, so I've had to dub the voiceover in this one. Most of the time here I use bait rather than lures and I throw it up to where the sandbank is and I use either a heavier sinker to let it sit just on top or just over the other side of the sandbank, or use a lighter sinker where it drifts over the sandbank and drops down into the deep hole on the other side, which is where the fish seem to hang and wait for the bait to get sucked over into there and then they hit on it. Wasn't too sure what I hooked up to here. It only felt quite light, and then the closer I got to the boat it started pulling a lot harder. As you can see, the rod there's got a fair bend in it. You started pulling out the line a little bit. I had to tighten up the drag. Had a bit of a good kick, a bit of a good hard pull. I was sort of stumped. I thought it might have been a stingray at first, but then it didn't stick right on the bottom like a stingray does and popped up, and here we have it. It's a Shovelnose Ray. I hadn't caught one of these for ages. These are such an interesting looking fish. You don't see anything like that. Big weird shovel head on. They are completely harmless. There's no spikes to stick to you. There's no fins or anything like that that are going to poke. You can handle them quite safely. And surprisingly, a lot of people don't think that they're very good. I actually don't mind them. They're very good eating. Very easy to fillet, very boneless. It's a bit like filleting a flathead. Probably not as good as a flathead meat, maybe a little bit dry. So it's sort of something you might use with a bit of a sauce to it, make it into maybe a fish curry or something like that. But Shovelnose Ray this side, you get a hell of a lot of meat off this, and we made a fish curry out of this one. It was absolutely delicious there. Yeah, an underrated, great eating fish. Probably not great just by itself with lemon juice and stuff like that. I think it needs a bit of a sauce, like a coconut fish curry or something like that. There's that head. You can see there that that's nose on. It's sort of transparent. You can almost see straight through it. When snetted, they don't tend to thrash around too much in net at all. They're quite easy to handle. When I unhook them, I usually grab them by the snout there. You can control them very easily like that. And they've got a very thick lip where they take the bait in. You're probably going to need the pliers 99% of the time to get the hook out. They're not overly powerful once you get them in the net, so you can handle them really well without worrying, flicking and getting the hook in. You have to always take care like normal. They've got a couple of different names. There's a Shovelnose Ray, banjo fish, a guitar fish. There's probably a couple of other names for them. But like I said, they're reasonable eating. I'll hold it up here and you can see the size of this one. I think from memory this one went about 64. We actually caught about 5 of them that day. They seemed to be on the bite. I hadn't caught one for a couple of years and we got 5 that day. Most importantly, there's a bag limit of 1 per person of this fish or 2 per bait. And the size maximum is 150 up over that. It's breeding size. Thanks for watching. There'll be a lot more videos coming now. I've finally got the car back on the road and get the boat in the water. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and there'll be lots more footage coming up in the future.